Hey guys, welcome to this masterclass. I'm so excited. Are you excited? I hope you're excited because I'm going to show you a lot of things that I bet you didn't know about running Facebook ads. Most people when they want to start running a Facebook ad, they just run into Facebook and start with the technical aspect. But I think that's like the fourth step. Running those technical things are important, but they are not very very important. What's really important is knowing your objective and knowing your target audience. That is what drives a successful Facebook ad. If you can get the objective and target audience right, then you are already like say 70% of the way, and every other thing is going to be very very easy to accomplish. Like setting up your either you are using image or using your videos or using whatever thing you are using. Once you understand that the success of every ad depends on your target audience, and two, your objective. So the way I like to go about really identifying my target audience, because this one is just going to be about really creating our target audience. We need to craft out who our target audience is and how do we identify this person so that we can be able to speak to them directly. The Facebook is filled with a lot of people, like over 2.7 million people right now, 2.7 billion people right now. And if you just put your tag out there, Facebook is going to take your money and you will not get results. But the key to really getting a successful Facebook is to understand that if you want people to click on your ad, you need to put your ad in front of the right people, number one. Then number two, you need to be able to connect with the right people and make them an irresistible offer so that they can be able to do what you want them to do. So if you want them to buy a product, or if you want them to just click and visit your website, or you want them to chat you up or message you on Messenger or WhatsApp, you need to understand the number one thing is the objective and the target audience. So the way I really like to do this, I like to first craft out my target audience. So let's go into my computer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go here. Okay. So the way I do this is it's a method I learned from Russell Brunson. Before prior to me learning this method, I was really flopping, doing a lot of ads that were not really being successful, because I just thought that maybe if I just go in there, target a lot of interest and target people, men and women and all that, they will just go automatically click on my ads and do what I want them to do. Until I really realized that an ad is supposed to sell them to click on that post. You're supposed to sell them to click. That's the point of an ad. It's not supposed to get them to buy. You sell to them at the back end. Once they take that first step into your world, that's when you can sell to them. But the first time is to buy them to click, to get them to click on your post or that ad. That's the first step. And the way to do that is understanding the target audience and understanding the objective you are trying to run the ad for. So for me, what I like to do is just follow my steps. This is how I like to do it. You can take a pen and a paper and draw this out. So what I like to do, number one, is I come here. I take a paper and I identify. The first I want to identify is my who. This is my who. That's who is my target audience. That's the question. That's the first question you need to first understand. Who is my target audience? Is mine my writing? This is the first question that you need to answer. So to identify who the target audience is, there's one more element you need to focus on too. The second thing you need to know in order to get a clear picture of who your target audience is to identify the kind of product you're selling. So what is that product? What is that product about? So that's the result. What is the result? This is result. This result. Let me see if I can erase this. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Okay. This is my result. What's the result I want to give to them? That's the second question I need to answer. You understand? Because it depends on the kind of industry you are into. If you are into, maybe you are selling physical products, then the first thing you need to identify is what does this physical product do? Because understand this, nobody buys what you are selling. They only buy the result that thing will give to them. So for instance, someone who wants to buy a blender, or they want to buy, let's say someone wants to buy a car. They don't just go to the market to buy a car, rather they buy comfort, the ability to be able to transport from for their home to their working place, or anywhere they want to go to, in a very comfortable style. You understand? So that's what they buy. The result is buying comfort. That's why you see people buy Benz. That's why you see people buy Range Rover. That's why you see people buy all these different type of cars, because of the result. You understand? And if you're selling physical products, you need to first identify what is that result. That is, what is that result? What is that result that particular product is supposed to give to my customer? What is that result? What is the result? What is the result that your product is supposed to give to your customer? That's the thing that will make everything in perspective. Because if, for instance, maybe I'm selling a physical product, I'm selling this product, for instance, then if I know what the result this thing is going to give to my customer, that will not make me now understand who my customers will be for this kind of a product. You understand? It's different with digital product. If you're selling digital products online, because then you can just decide who your customer is and find out, create a product that will satisfy them. You get it now? But when it comes to physical product, the product is already made, it's already created or something. Then you need to identify first what is the result. So this is two scenarios. For digital products, the who comes first. That is, who is the person I'm trying to target? That's the first person. That's the first question you need to ask yourself. Like, who is my dream customer? You understand? So that comes first for the digital product. But for physical product, the result comes first, because once you identify the result, since it's a digital product that you are trying to do ads for, maybe for instance, you are going through this program because you want to learn how to do Facebook ads, so that you can be running ads for businesses out there. Then the first thing you need to ask that business is, okay, what is the result your product gives to your dream customer, to your customer? What is the result? Then the way to really go about understanding the result is this. So let's say I want to sell. Let's go back to this beat. Let's say I want to sell this beat. Definitely, I can't sell this beat to old folks, because it's not for old folks. You get it? So because the result it gives me is convenience to be able to listen music in my own convenience, without having this big speaker around. To have the flexibility of carrying a little speaker around if I'm going to the gym, or I want to I want to go sit out somewhere in the park, or just somewhere around. I want to go sit out, or I want to just go. Maybe I'm just, there's no light, I want to just play some cool music at my own comfortable space. You get it? So now you understand the result that this thing gives to the customer. One other thing you can identify again is that this one can work inside water. That means if I'm going to the swimming pool, if you're someone that loves swimming pool, this is going to be good for you. You understand? So maybe you want to a swimming pool party, you can just go and sit with your friends in the pool and play good music. Those are some of the benefits. So now I know the results that this thing is going to give to my customer. Then the next thing I want to identify is who are the people that will be interested in something like this? Who are those people? You get it? So who are those people? The way to really understand who, that is, we need to design our dream customer. So the way I like to go about it is, number one, I come here. I'll put a link to this form at the page below, so that you can download it. The way I like to do this is, I come here, then these are basic questions I want to start answering when I'm really diving into the mind of my customer. Like, I want to know who that target audience is. These are the questions I need to answer. So the first thing is this: the name. This can be, you can give the customer any name. It doesn't really matter. You can give them any name. But the good thing is, for instance, you are selling baby products. You need to know who the person is. You understand? So the first thing I like to come here is, okay, if I'm selling, depending on the product, if I'm selling baby products, then okay, the person, someone that will be interested more on what baby products are mothers. So definitely that makes it a woman. So I can say, okay, woman, okay, her name is Julia. Okay, her name is Julia. Okay, what are the age range? Okay, let's just make it for this physical product I'm trying to sell. Okay, let's say his name is Romeo. I'm trying to sell this physical product to somebody called Romeo. My customer's name is Romeo. The reason you are giving your dream customer a name is because you want to really make them as physical as possible. You want to really understand that whether you are selling online or offline, you are dealing with human beings. So you need to make sure that your dream customer, you treat them like another human being. So okay, I'll say, okay, what's the age of this dream customer? Okay, so who are the people that will be interested in this kind of speaker? Let's say age 20. Let's say age 23 to. Let's say age 23 to let's say 23 to 35. Yeah, 35 would not be bad. Let's say 23 to 30. Let's say it's 23 to 30. That are the people that will be interested. Okay, what location do they stay? Let's say Lagos. Let's say they stay in Lagos or Abuja. Okay, let's go with Lagos first. Let's say they stay in Lagos. Let's say they stay in Lagos. Okay, marital status, not single. Because I think single men will love a product like this more because they can use it to entice their girlfriends and all that. So let's go with children. No. Let's go with profession. Profession. Probably musicians. Musicians. Let's say musicians. Someone who loves music. Musicians. I don't know if I spell that right. The next we want to come again. Let's say their information sources. What are the books? Do they read books and magazines? No, they don't really read books and magazines. No, they don't read books and magazines. They will come again. What are the gurus they listen to? Gurus. No, they don't listen to gurus. It depends on who you are really marketing, what the product is, and the kind of people you're trying to market it to. TV, film series. Okay, Nigerian movies. So you can say, what's the name of this movie by AY? Oh God, I've forgotten the name of this AY movie. Merry Man. Let's say Merry Man. So you can name some type of movies you think they will be interested in. The reason we want to do this is because when you are going to Facebook to target who you want to you want to run, you want to put that ads in front of them, the people you want to really show that ads to, you can now pick from all this interest, these people you have, these movie TV shows you've listed there. You can now pick from them and include them in Facebook. I'll show you how to go about all that later in the course when we go to the technical side. But for now, just want you to craft out your avatar, because this is the foundation to running a successful ad. If you don't know who your avatar is, then you can never get it right. You can never run a successful ad because you'll just be targeting random people. And you don't want to target random people, because when you're targeting random people, you are actually spending and wasting a lot of money. So this is how I do it for every of my products I want to run adverts for, every company, every of my clients. The first thing I want to know is, okay, who are the people that are interested in this kind of services you offer or this kind of products you sell. Once I get that, then I come here and define that person. I just want to have a clear picture of who I'm going after, so that I can be able to do all my underground work in order to run a successful ad. That is why it's important. That's why I had to start the course with understanding who your avatar is, that the customer, the person you're trying to target is. So the next thing we want to go into is the groups. What groups do they usually socialize in? Most of the groups they will socialize in Ninja Loaded, young people, Ninja Loaded, Facebook group, Ninja Loaded. You just really go and search online and see where young people are really gathering. If the Facebook groups young people are gathering, like people that will be interested in this kind of products, you go online and search for people, this kind of people. For instance, now I can go to my Facebook. Let's go to my Facebook and let me show you practical example of what I mean. So I come here and really, what I really want to do is try and narrow down my search. Really, because I really want to get to the core foundation of who my audience is. So what I can do is now I can come here and say music lovers. Say music lovers. Then I can come here and say, you see what, I can come here and say groups. You see groups. So now I can now try and search here, trying to know where my um, where my avatars are already associating, so I can target them from there. So this is how you do it. Whatever, you just have to think about where those young energetic people will be. You understand? So that's how you do it. Nanja loaded. Let's see if we get Nanja loaded group here. I think we have. Okay, this is okay, but it's not too full. It's not too full. Just to really come here and really try and identify who you're trying to target, the kind of groups they will be interested in and all that. So once you get the groups you're trying to look for, let's just say we want to use Nanja loaded. That's one of the group. You can choose like 3 or 4 group. Once you choose like 3 or 4 group, then we now list down all the groups. Then we'll come here and say, okay, what podcast do they listen to? For Nigerians don't really listen to podcasts, but we can go and search for YouTube channels. The reason we want to search for YouTube channels is because we can then target those channels on Facebook. You get it? So this you can really skip this if you are just focusing on Facebook ads. But this one is mainly if you want to also run YouTube ads or Instagram Google ads. That's when you put all this podcast and all this part. So the next thing we want to identify now, once we get all this thing down, we want to see their challenge point. Okay. Yeah, the challenge point. The more challenge they have is bad electricity. Okay, poor electricity. Sorry, poor electricity. That's the reason why they will need something like this, because this one, the battery is the battery lasts longer than most of the bits I've used. So bad electricity is one of the challenges they're having. Then one of the other challenges they're having is they move around a lot. So definitely they will need something like this. If they move around a lot, this is one of the challenge. They move around a lot, so they don't stay in one place. So they move around a lot. So if you move around a lot, you need something like this. They travel a lot. Okay, sorry, travel a lot. Anyone move around, travel a lot. Anyone you want to say. So you can now identify like 3, 4, 5 challenges they might be having. Okay, what are challenges they are having? Okay. Well, one other thing that can go in there is lack of stable lack of stable lack of this product is kind of hard for me to sell though, because I'm not really used to the industry. So it's always good you go after industries that you have more information on, because it's going to help you more when you're trying to create this kind of you're trying to build the avatar. So this I've never sold any of all this electrical equipment before, especially with speakers. But most of my customers that I work with, my clients that I work with, are basically people who offer digital service online and who have a local business, where probably a restaurant or any kind of local business of that sort, where they sell mobile phones and all. So this one is kind of tough to sell, but you just get the idea, you just get their challenges and their pain points, then you come here and say their goals. Okay, they want to be, my daughter, they want to be able to listen to music anytime. They need something with good sound quality. So these are some of the values, the goals, and the values they want. So what are the objectives and the roadblocks? Some of the first beliefs they might have. Small beats don't sound well, don't sound good enough, don't sound good. good enough. This might be some of the objective they might be having, some of the this thing. So it is hard to find a bit with good battery. These are going to be some of the objections. You can list all these objections down. Then the next thing, once you get this right, the next thing you want to come back to, you need to come back here. You already know what the results, the who and the results you want to give them. Understand something? Let me just complete this map for you. This is your customer. This is where they are right now. This is where they are right now. This is where they are right now. This is the target audience. So this is like where they want to be. You understand? This is like where they want to be. Let's get rid of this. This is like where they want to be. So this is like where they want to be. This is like where they want to be. This is the results you want to give them, and this is who they are, like where they want to be there. So now this form has helped you narrow down who you are trying to target. You get it? And there's also one that I like to use when I'm trying to really go deeper into understanding who my target audience is. So let me just go to funnel scripts. Let's come to funnel scripts. Okay, funnel scripts. This is one tool. I shared it in the other quick version of this course. So this is funnel scripts. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, this is funnel script. Let's come here. Funnel scripts. So this is funnel script. You want to come to funnel script, and this is on that way you can also, because I like to go to that. I like to do it here first, just get a broad understanding of who I'm trying to target, who my clients or that business is about. That business is about. Then once I get that out of the way, I like to come to funnel script, and really, this one helps you really go in down. You really niche down a lot, like so what I like to do personally for me, I'm trying to find the login session. I don't know if I've missed it. Member.funnel script. Remember the funnel script, okay? This is where I like to come. Okay, good. So you can come here to product specific avatar. So here is where you will do more in-depth research, like really design who your avatar is. So like you can see the questions is asking you, who is your avatar? Your name of avatar, like we use Romeo. Say what is the, so you see the examples I'm giving you. Say is a he, him, the article. So just come here and fill. Let me just go and pick one of these. I really don't, to make this video not too long and boring. So just come here and fill out your avatar, the kind of person they are, everything, the name and everything. And once you are done with everything, just go through the form. Ensure you watch the first video. Once you go through that form, you can click here and build. With here now, it gives you a more broader, in a more sentence like form, where you say, okay, my avatar is Mary. Mary is a beginner. So you see how we come and craft out who we are trying to sell to, and who we are trying to sell that product to. So here you cannot copy this and take it to, if you have something like let me go back, let me go here. If you have something like this, you can come here and come to doc. This is Google Drive, by the way. You can really store a lot of information. All your information on this Google Drive is free. So I can come here and really just paste the information I got from that product specific avatar. So this gives me a more broader sense of who I'm trying to target. You get it? So what I cannot do secondly now is start from here. I start to identify what are the from the pain points, you need to understand from these pain points the things that are going through, that the things are currently going, challenges are currently facing. That's what you now start using to craft out your your core headlines and your hook, because we need to create the hook and the story and the offer. But we'll do that not in this video, but this is just to give you a more better understanding of how I come about creating my avatar. I identify my avatar. You get it? So for me, I first identify the who. So who's the who? Who's the person I'm trying to sell to? Identify that person. The next thing I want to do is I come here and identify the result I'm trying to give them, and how would that product give them that result. You understand? Because you are in the business of selling results. So you come here and identify how will that product give them the results. So this will now give you a broad understanding of who you are trying to target to and who you are trying to sell to. Then the next thing we want to look at is actually creating a lead magnet, which we are going to be talking in the next module. I'll be taking you through how you can create a lead magnet that can attract your customer and get them to give you their email or their WhatsApp contact. Because number one, you don't want to sell on Facebook ads. You're going to waste a lot of money, because number one, the customer don't know you yet, so they will be more reluctant to buy from you. They will be more. It will be easy for them to say no to that your offer, because you're trying to tell them to buy something from someone they don't know. And trust can be a very big deal when it comes to selling online or running about online advertisement. So one of the things you can do now is, after identifying who your customer is and the results you want to give to them, or that your product will give to them, after crafting out their challenges, their pain points and all that, the next thing we want to be doing is crafting out a lead magnet, something that will get them into our world. So something that we can give them as bribe for them to come into our world. So because you need to ensure you make the offer very irresistible. So the way to do that is create your lead magnet. So that's the next thing we are going to be looking at, creating a lead magnet that can get them to give you their contact. You understand? So once we get their lead magnet, then we now start crafting how we can now sell that lead magnet, how we can create our hooks, our story, and our offer that will get them to click on that lead magnet so that they can come into our world. Because the first thing we need to get them to do is come into our own world, and from there we can start selling to them. So I'll see you in the next module. For now, I'll just go through everything I just showed you now and craft out your specific avatar. Really know who your customer avatar is. So once we get that ready, the next thing we want to be doing is creating our lead magnet. So I'll see you in the next module.